My hair is gone, guys. This is not the length my hair used to be at all. Hey guys, so it is that time of year again, which means it is my yearly length check. If you don't know me, my name is Favor and I mostly make hair videos and basically whatever I feel like. I don't have a real schedule, but stick around because I give tips about how to grow type 4A, 4B, 4C hair in a very simple and natural way. So this year is a little bit interesting because I'm doing the absolute least. And also I look like the girl from Polar Express. But this is literally what I'm rocking. I'm doing the banding method, which I learned from, what's her name? She has ridiculously long hair. I'll include her handle in this, but I am doing her banding method. And to be honest, I don't really think this is gonna stretch my hair that much. If you watch my other videos, I've used a straightener. I didn't really use it. I basically really don't like heat. Last year I did African threading, which is cool, but actually took a lot of steps. And this year I was just like, I don't want to do any of that, so I'm not going to. And really my hair is not going to look that stretched. This is basically where it sits on a regular basis anyway, so this didn't really do that much. I think maybe I could have gotten more of a stretch out of banding if I did it on my hair when it was wet. Kind of did this for show. I did this to see if it would stretch my hair slightly, and I kind of can already tell it won't. I'll just fold the measuring tape out and we'll just do it that way. Simple. There's a few reasons why I really don't want to do any sort of intense manipulation. I think that I actually may have lost some inches, so this is quite nerve-wracking because I didn't really want to include this in the video, but I have to be honest as to why my hair probably hasn't grown this year and is actually probably shorter. I think there was a lot of damage to my hair in 2020 because I manipulated it more than I usually would, and it's this hard balance that I'm trying to figure out because one of the things I do is I do acting, and I love wearing my natural hair in that, but it also means that having very long, very tightly coiled hair, it's very hard because it's like to do styles and to look the same for different sets and stuff. It means manipulation, and sometimes you get control in that and sometimes you don't. During that process I had to have 2 blowouts, which was a lot of manipulation. I would not do that amount of manipulation on my hair. It was basically I think almost I want to say 7-hour blowout because my friend did it and it was very gentle, and she was very like, you know, she was going slowly because I was tender-headed. Even though we were using low heat and as little manipulation as possible, using that heat and then going through with one of those easy detangler brushes, I lost a lot of hair. And then the worst part is that basically the next day, within less than 12 hours later, I was then kind of, I don't want to say forced, but I then had to do another blowout. This one was even more intense, and my hair was extremely straight. When I would turn around a little bit or look at the mirror, I could see that I was again losing clumps of hair, and this time it was like, it was high heat and it was just like shh, 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 and I was just like, I wanted to cry. I didn't really want to share that because I don't want to try and blame anybody. It was nobody's fault. Everybody was doing what they had to do. I was doing what I had to do, you know, having my hair be that bone straight, and honestly that thin kind of made getting knotless braids easier. So there were several things that I did in the latter half of 2020 that I felt were not great for my hair. And I didn't really want to share it because I don't really blame anybody. It was my decision to do projects. It was my decision to do my hair. Anyways, bottom line is I did a lot of manipulation on my hair, and this year I just want to try and be as gentle on my hair as possible. My sad tale is done. I have grieved my hair. I am grateful for all my experiences. I'm grateful for everyone who has done my hair. No shade, no tea. This is just what happened. This is how I felt. This is why there is less hair on my head. So that's my big long reason as to why I have no hair on my scalp. I mean, I still do. It's just a lot less, and I've learned a lot. So yeah, let's see what is left. Let's see if I retained. I think last time I measured my hair was like, what, 25 inches? I'm thinking I'm like rocking at a 24, maybe 23. I don't really know, but I just know that there is a lot of damage. So Basically all I did was get some hair elastics from a local drugstore. Be sure to get one with like no metal tip and with soft ridges. So these are the only kind of hair elastics I use because they don't like snag your hair as much, especially if you have type 4C, 4B hair. Like elastics will eat at your hair and take out your strands. So getting ones like this I find are just a little bit gentler. 22nd Natural Hair, that's not her name, something like that. She uses this, and I really like that her kind of hairstyles are very simple. That's what I love. I know some other YouTubers with longer hair put their hair in lots of twists, and I don't have the patience for that. So this maybe could be something I try. I don't know. It just looks kind of like I already look 12, so I think putting my hair in these two little things is not going to help my case at all. So this is what my hair is looking like. I know it doesn't look like visually much different than it always does, but I can feel it and I know it and I can see it, and maybe some of you can see it, but my hair is a lot thinner. There is just a lot less density. There are a lot less hair strands on my scalp. So that's the biggest thing I see. I think maybe a few strands managed to, by some miracle, hold on to some length, but there's just significantly less strands of hair on my head. And also the other thing I forgot to mention is that not only was my hair being manipulated more intensely than it usually would have, but also I just wore my hair out a lot more often. And if you watched my video last year, I talked about how like once you have long hair, particularly long type 4C hair, you really can't quote unquote enjoy it, you know? Or you can, but there's just a lot more risks. And if you don't care about losing the length, then all the power to you. But you'll notice that most natural hair YouTubers with a lot of length, they're not out here rocking all these styles, because it's like if you do that, you are going to break off the hair that you have. Not always, but generally that's what will happen because our hair is very fragile. I just wanted to come and make a different ending. I filmed like 2 different endings because I did the measurements, and just like I predicted, I didn't retain length. In fact, I lost an inch everywhere in my hair. So the longest part of my hair used to be 25 inches, is now 24 inches. And that goes with everywhere else on my hair. On one hand, I can look at it and be like, oh, I didn't lose 10 inches off my hair, but still, my hair was still growing over this past year. I wasn't retaining any of that length. Okay, favor, it's just hair, it will grow back. And I know that, I'm at like a mental level, but also it's hard because it feels like other textures, looser textures, don't really have to deal with this in the same way as for C4B, kinky textures. Our hair is so fragile that when we do almost anything, it affects our length retention and stuff. And I don't know from personal experience, but from what I've seen, other textures don't have to deal with that as much. I have worked hard to grow my hair to this length, and I think sometimes when people see someone with long hair, they're like, oh my goodness, genetics, and it's like, maybe, but also being intentional and not doing things that other people might do with their hair and stuff. And maybe that's not everything. I don't know everyone's story, but I know that the things that I believe in that have grown my hair to this length is what's going to be what helped me grow it back. I feel very motivated to figure out how to wear my natural hair because I love it, and also keep length. I think that's something I'm still struggling with, and I hope to discover that this year in 2021, and I hope you guys will come along with me. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I make hair videos. I'm super active in the comments. If you have questions, if there's anything you want to clarify, ask me. If you have video ideas, tell me, because I want to make those videos that will actually help people. So please let me know. You can also hit the notification bell and you'll know right away when I upload any of my videos. I just wanted to be more honest with you guys about the hair journey, because it isn't always like, oh, my hair grew. Sometimes it's like, my hair didn't grow, but then also let's learn from it. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.